Namo Bhagavate. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Krishna, Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Singhadev Bhagavan, Jagannath Baladev Shishi Gauritai, Tulsi Madi, Haridasa, Guru Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, Canto 8, Chapter 8, we've looked at chapters 5, 6, and 7 so far, in relation to the pastimes of the Kumbha Mela. So chapter 8 is the churning of the milk ocean. That's the title of the chapter in the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. This chapter describes how the goddess of fortune appeared during the churning of the ocean of milk and how she accepted Lord Vishnu as her husband. Then Dhanvantari appeared with a pot of nectar. The demons immediately snatched it from him. But Lord Vishnu came as the incarnation, Mohini, the most beautiful incarnation, just to captivate demons and save the nectar for the demigods. She captivated not just the demons, she captivated the demigods as well. She was so beautiful. Incarnation of Krishna, female incarnation. So, what were the products that emanated from the churning? After Lord Shiva drank all the poison, both the demigods and the demons took courage and resumed their activities of churning. Sukadev Goswami describes the other products and that emanated from the churning. So, these are the different products. These are the verses that describe what came. So the Surabhi cow, Gomata, she provided milk, butter, ghee for sacrifices. And she was taken by the great sages, specifically Vashishta Muni. She was actually gifted to Vashishta Muni. Then there was the Uchaishwara horse, which is very white. And Bali Maharaj took the horse. Airavat also appeared, the white elephant. He has 4 tusks. It defies even Mount Kailash. Wow. Huge elephant. That was taken by Indra, and that's his carrier. There were 8 male elephants and 8 female elephants. Can go in any direction. Kastuva money decorated, and there's the Padmaraga money decorated on the chest of Lord Vishnu, which was taken by Vishnu. Parijata Jata flower fulfills the desire of everyone. This decorates the celestial planets. The Apsaras, heavenly damsels, attractive movements bewilders everyone. They were taken by the heavenly citizens. The goddess of fortune, that's Lakshmi Devi, Rama, surpassed the lightning of a marble mountain. Lord Vishnu belongs to Lord Vishnu. The Varuni vine controls the drunkards. Demons took that. Vantari, Lord Dhanvantari, Lord of medicine. He appeared with a nectar pot. This nectar can make one immortal. This was effectively taken by the demigods by the help of the incarnation of Krishna, Mohini. So, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, appeared. The demigods, great sages, Gandharvas, and others offered her their respectful worship. All the sacred rivers personified brought pure water for her bathing ceremony, which was performed by great sages. The clouds in personified form beat various types of drums and blew conch shells and bugles. The ocean supplied the upper and lower portions of a yellow silicon garment. Varun scented flower garlands, surrounded by bumblebees, drunk with honey. Vishaksena supplied varieties of decorated ornaments. Saraswati supplied a necklace, Brahma a lotus flower, and the inhabitants of Nagalok supplied earrings. So it's quite extraordinary how Lakshmi Devi comes from this ocean. Of course, Lakshmi and Narayan are always eternally present in Vaikuntha. But in this material world, Lakshmi appears through this churning of the ocean. Lakshmi searches for a husband. The goddess of fortune could not find anyone among the demigods to accept her as her husband. Just continue for a minute. So she accepts Mukund. At last, she selected Lord Vishnu to be her master. Lord Vishnu gave her a place to stay everlastingly at her chest. Although he is independent and not in want of her, she placed the lotus garland on him and waited shyly for the Lord to accept her at his chest. Lord Vishnu's chest became the abode of two types of Lakshmi. His consort, the mother of the three worlds, and Lakshmi as a personification of wealth. So Lakshmi has two personalities. One she's the wife, and the other she's personification of wealth. Since Lakshmi stayed in the bosom of Lord Vishnu, she naturally sees any devotee who worships him and blesses that devotee with all opulences. So the karmis try to receive Lakshmi's mercy. So everybody wants money, but nobody wants to worship Narayan because they're not devotees of Vishnu. The opulence is flickering, but the opulence of the devotees is as permanent as Vishnu's opulence. Because of this combination of Lakshmi Narayan, all who are present, including the demigods and people in general, were very pleased. The demons, however, being neglected by the goddess of fortune, were very depressed. So if one wants to be rich, want Lakshmi, then they must also please Narayan. So we just want to go back to this point. So this is quite an interesting chart. These are different verses where this is explained, all the good qualities, austerity, knowledge, and the counterpart, which is the defects. And then it's got the example, Durvasa Muni. Interesting. Mm. Okay. Then Mantri brings nectar. Then Varuni, the goddess of drinking who controls drunkards, was generated. And by the order of Lord Vishnu, the demons accepted this young girl. Varuni means the food of Varun. Then the demons and demigods with renewed energy began to churn again. This time a partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu called Dhanvantari appeared. He was very beautiful and he carried a jug containing nectar. The demons immediately snatched the jug from Dhanvantari's hand and began to run away. And the demigods, being very morose, took shelter of Vishnu, who assured them not to be agitated, as he would bewilder the demons with his energy. After the demons snatched the jug from Dhanvantari, they began to fight amongst themselves. Lord Vishnu, having solaced the demigods, did not fight, but remained silent. So this is Dhanvantari with the nectar, pot of nectar. So this is another incarnation that appears in this pastime. So this is, I think, the fourth. fourth incarnation. We had Ajita, who helped the demigods whilst churning the mountain. Then there was Lord Vishnu sitting on top of the mountain. Then there's Lord Kurma, was the tortoise sitting underneath the mountain. Then we have Dhanvantari, number 4. And then fifth one will be Mohini. There's a lot of avatars who appear in this one particular pastime. It's very unique. While the fighting was going on amongst the demons, the Lord himself appeared as the incarnation Mohini, the most beautiful woman in the universe. How can she be compared to anything in the universe? The most beautiful in all of creation, whether it's spiritual or material. Her complexion resembled in color a newly grown blackish lotus. Every part of her body was beautifully situated. Her cheeks were very beautiful. Her nose was raised and her face full of youthful luster because of the movements of her eyebrows as she smiled with shyness. Glanced over the demons. All the demons were saturated with lusty desires, and every one of them desired to possess her. So this is um, the it's an illusory part of the Supreme Lord in the sense that this incarnation came to fool the demigods. Of course, Mohini is not illusion. She really exists. And she's an incarnation of Lord Krishna, a female version of the Supreme Lord. There she is. So this is the churning going on. So many different things appeared from the churning. And when the pot was taken by the demons, Mohini appeared to fool the demons and protect the demigods. So in this pastime, there are 5 other incarnations of the Lord. Lord Kurma, the tortoise holding up the mountain, scratching of his back by the mountain, relieved the itching sensation. 1,000-armed Vishnu, who stood on top of Mandara mountain and held it. Lord Ajita assisted the demigods to churn the ocean. Oh yes, so this is another. Lord Vishnu enters the demons as quality of passion, the demigods as quality of goodness, and Vasuki as quality of ignorance, and encouraged them, increased their various types of strength and energy. So this is very interesting. And then fifth was Lord of Medicine, Dhanvantari. And then, of course, sixth is Mohini. So the number 4 is a little hard to understand. Basically, the different qualities, Lord expands as those different qualities into the demigods, the demons, and Vasuki. And then we had the enchantress Mohini. Very unique pastime. Okay, so wanted to stop there. Any questions, any comments?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Shamali.
That part is a bit confusing, as you said.
This one here?
The Lord entered the demons. Yeah, and what about Vasuki and the quality of ignorance? I don't understand why ignorance.
Because Vasuki is the head of the snakes, and
Okay.
animals are generally to be regarded in the quality of ignorance. Not all animals. I mean, the cow is regarded to be more of goodness. Um, the like the lion and the tigers, they're actually in the mode of passion, and the snakes, they're actually considered to be in the mode of ignorance. So Vasuki is the head of the snakes. So that's why Vasuki is the Lord enters as the quality of ignorance in Vasuki.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little hard to understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Because to me, Vasuki is a divine snake, always on Lord Shiva's neck.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Is, is definitely. Um,
What about Prabhu anger? You know, we had that on the list of the defects. So sometimes everyone has anger. So how uh it's sometimes it's difficult to stop being angry, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Stop.
yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. It's like I think it's described in the Bhagavatam that anger is something that is innate within everybody. If we can somehow dovetail it in the service of the Lord, for example, Hanuman used his anger in the service of the Lord to defeat, the demoniac forces. So that anger is not ordinary anger. That anger is actually used in service of Krishna. So that anger is okay. It's actually anger which will elevate one. But anger, when it's in the mode of passion and ignorance, which means anger which is used for, because one's honor is like honor is, what's the word, dishonored, if you like. If somebody insults you and you get angry, that's a mode of passion, because you are getting angry because somebody's insulted you. Or if you get angry because just lose total control, then that's anger in the mode of ignorance. Those are not going to help one in the spiritual path. But anger which is used in the service of the Lord is either in the mode of goodness or in the mode of pure goodness. That anger will actually elevate one spiritually. So anger can be used to uh, to elevate oneself, as well as, of course, it can make one fall down very easily. Does that make sense, Shyam?
Yeah, Prabhu, you said Hanuman use. Can
Hmm.
you explain that a little bit? Because I don't quite get it.
Sure. See, Hanuman, he used anger in order to serve the Supreme Lord, Ram, because through his anger, he defeated the demoniac army of Ravan. So he used anger, which is usually a bad quality. He used it, but he used it in a spiritual way, in a devotional way, which increased his devotional service to Ramachandra, because he used that anger to defeat the demoniac forces. So anger can be dovetailed in a spiritual way. It's not necessarily that anger is always bad. Anger can be used for spiritual purposes. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Even greed can be used for spiritual enlightenment. Greed for getting the association of the devotees, the association of the Lord. Only thing that one can't use is envy. Envy is something which is our original sin, if you like. And envy is something that is extraordinarily difficult to dovetail into spiritual life, to make spiritual progress. So, out of the three vices, lust, anger, greed, all of those can be used in service of the Lord. But envy, when we are envious, that is a really big problem. And that's one thing we have to try to avoid, being envious. We see others and we want their downfall because they're doing so well. That is something that's incredibly impossible to dovetail into spiritual life. Okay, thank you for that question. Anybody else? Anything else? Okay, let's make a stop there. Radha Krishna Bhagwan.
Prabhuji,
Yes, yes, Naniman.
when it says free from the modes and gives an example of the Kumaras,
Oh yeah,
we go into the previous, yes.
yeah,
When
yeah.
it not a suitable companion. What does that mean?
Yeah, that I was trying to work out how they matched, and they must be in relation to the verses that this comes out from. So let's have a look, quick look. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I couldn't work out because I haven't looked at this for such a long time. But let's have a quick look. 8.8.20. Right, 8.8. This is to 21. 21. Let me just have a look at 21. So the translation of text number 21 is someone may possess full knowledge of religion, but still not be kind to all living entities. In, in someone, whether human or demigod, there are maybe renunciation, but this is not the cause of liberation. Someone may possess great power and yet be unable to check the power of eternal time. Someone may have renounced attachment to the material world, yet he cannot compare to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, no one is completely free from the influence of the material modes of nature. I'm not quite. Oh, yeah, free from the modes. Not a suitable. No, I can't quite grasp
Oh,
what
okay.
it means. Yeah.
Same will applies to the number 22, the last one, well qualified, does not desire me, Lord Mukunda.
Let's have a look. See
Think
if
about it later. Don't worry, Prabhuji, it's okay.
yeah, let's just have a quick look. Someone may have longevity, long life, but
Yeah.
not have auspiciousness or good behavior. Ah, look. So that one is the first one there. Long life, no good quality, Bali Maharaj. Someone may have both auspiciousness and good behavior, but the duration of life is not fixed. Oh, so it's just giving examples. Somebody may be freed from the modes, which the four Kumaras are, but not a suitable companion. I'm not quite sure that, by the way.
Maybe
Let's have,
because they never wanted, they wanted to be independent and didn't want to procreate. Maybe.
yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, good point. Yeah, well spotted, that one. Yeah, maybe. I like that one. Although such demigods as Lord Shiva have eternal life, they have inauspicious habits, like living in crematoriums. Even if others are well qualified in all respects, they are not devotees of the Supreme Lord. So there is some correlation between. Basically, there's a good quality, but they may also have
Bad
some
quality.
not so good quality. And then there's given an example. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Thank you for asking. And I'm glad we had a quick look at it as well. It makes some sense now. Thanks, Naniman. Okay, if there's nothing else, we can stop there. Kumbha Mela pastimes ki jai, Shrimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai, Mohini Devi ki jai.